A very good morning to all. Welcome to the webinar on Enhanced VMware and Hyper-V Data Production with Vembu VMBackup version 3.5. My name is Manoj. I'm here a part of Sales Engineering with Vembu Technologies. I'll be hosting today's session. I see the attendees are quickly trying to join the session. So let's wait for a minute for everyone to get joined, and then we can go ahead and get started. Thank you. Hope all the attendees have joined the session. So we can go ahead and get started. To start with, let's have a quick intro about the company profile. Vembu Technologies is founded in the year 2004. We are a private company, profitable since 2006. We have 4,000 plus channel partners and we reach more than 60,000 businesses so far. We are headquartered in Chennai, India. 70% of our customers are from North America, 20% from Europe, and the rest 10% from Asia Pacific region. Vembu DR Suite is a one-stop solution for all your backup and disaster recovery needs, categorizing every requirement of small and medium-sized businesses. It has a group of products bundled together, and they are Vembu VMBackup, used for the backup and replication of VMware and Hyper-V. Vembu Image Backup, where you can do physical server image backup of Windows servers and desktops. And Vembu Network Backup helps you to do a granular file folder level backup and application backups for applications like MS Exchange, SQL, SharePoint, Active Directory, Outlook, MySQL, etc. Vembu Online Backup is purely a cloud-based solution where you can directly back up to our cloud service, Vembu Cloud. And using Vembu Online Backup, you can do the granular file folder level backup as well as application level backups. And Vembu SaaS Backup is a backup solution for SaaS applications like Office 365 and Google Apps. Adding to that, we do have some more add-on products in VDR, and they are Vembu Offsite DR. It's an add-on service from Vembu VDR Backup Server where Offsite DR enables you to keep an additional copy of the backed up data to an offsite data center or to a private cloud. So, and Vembu Cloud DR helps you to set up a hybrid cloud environment where you can replicate the additional backup copy from the local VDR server to our cloud, Vembu Cloud, such that you have the backed up data on your local Vembu VDR backup server for immediate recovery, and another copy in secured Vembu Cloud. And Vembu VDR 360 helps you to do 24/7 monitoring and manageability of all your VDR server using this single pane of glass where you can monitor all your VDR servers from one single centralized console. It helps you to do the complete monitoring of your servers and with an increased manageability options. And Vembu Universal Explorer is an agentless software that helps you to do a granular recovery of applications like Exchange, SQL, SharePoint, Active Directory instantly. Using this tool, you can do instant granular level recovery from the image and virtual machine backups, where let's say if it is an Exchange, you can even restore single mail from using this utility from an image level backup. Why we need Vembu VMBackup? So when we speak about the challenges in the backing up of virtual environments, they have typically become more expensive and also difficult to manage. And as we all know, it requires fundamentally a different approach towards the backup methodology. Vembu VMBackup is exclusively designed for virtual environments like VMware, vSphere and Microsoft Hyper-V by the experts in the industry. It actually fills the purpose here to the best breed in technology by providing a manageable solution in an affordable cost for both VMware, vSphere and Microsoft Hyper-V virtual machines, where it not only backs up the virtual machine, it also ensures that it is backing up the applications residing inside the virtual machines are backed up intact, and also optionally it provides an option to perform a cloud level disaster recovery. So when we speak about disaster recovery, the basic understanding of RPO and RTO is must. So RTO is nothing but the recovery time objective, how much time we take to recover a virtual or physical machine after the disaster. With Vembu VDR, you can achieve the best RTO in the industry, where you can achieve an RTO of less than 15 minutes. There are various levels of recovery: instant virtual machine recovery, where the backed up machine can be instantly booted up as VM on the backup server, and instant granular file level recovery, and instant application level recovery from the image backup for applications like Exchange, SQL and SharePoint. RPO is the recovery point objective, where up to which point we can recover the data, recover the machine after the disaster. Vembu offers near continuous data production without affecting the production data center. Automated backup and replication scheduling is available, and the backup frequencies start from every 15 minutes. So you can assure that you can even achieve an RPO of less than 15 minutes using Vembu VMBackup. And at any point of time, the backed up data should be recoverable, and if not, the backups are worthless. We have come across several scenarios where while performing a DR, the administrators realize that the backed up data is corrupted, and eventually they end up in data loss. So to avoid such scenarios, we have a feature integrated called backup verification, where an automated check runs post completion of every backup scheduler once in a day on the backed up data, and it boots up all the backup virtual machines and the physical images in the backup job, and the boot screen will be captured as screenshots, and they will be mailed to the administrators. As an admin, I can simply take a look at the screenshots I've received, and if all the machines are bootable, I can ensure that all the backup data, all the backed up machines are intact. They are good to go at any point of time. And the most important part when it comes to Vembu BDR is the Vembu Hive, where it is an efficient file system implemented with BDR, where it helps you to manage the storage repositories. Vembu Hive is a file system designed for large-sized cloud-based file system, and this can be easily integrated in any type of hardware like SAN, NAS, or even a direct attached storage. This file system is called the file system of file system, where you can automatically scale up or scale out the storage devices. It has an inbuilt version control, error correction, compression, deduplication, and encryption mechanism integrated in it. And when we speak about the migration between physical to virtual or virtual to physical, or between hybrid virtual environments like VMware to Hyper-V or vice versa, these migrations are inbuilt in the Vembu solution, where it supports the instant creation of the VMDK, VST, and the raw file formats of the backed up virtual and physical machines, so that the users can instantly start migration between P2V, V2P, or V2V using backing up the virtual machines using Vembu VMBackup, or the physical machines with Vembu Image Backup. So this is the architecture of the Vembu BDR Suite, where the most important software component is the Vembu BDR Backup Server. So this is where we actually have all the storages connected, and let's say if you are backing up a VMware or Hyper-V, you can directly add the VMware ESXi or vCenter credentials on the BDR server console itself, or if it is Hyper-V, Hyper-V host server credentials, and once it is added, it will communicate to these servers, and the VMBackup is a proxy which acts as a bridge between these two environments, and it will back up the data to BDR server, where the data will be stored on the storage using Vembu Hive file system. And optionally, you have an option to keep an additional copy in a remote offsite data center using Vembu Offsite DR, or alternatively, you can also store the data or have the additional backup copy on the Vembu cloud using Vembu's Cloud DR. Vembu portal is where all your license management can be done. It is via a portal where you can manage your invoices, billing, purchase licenses, allocate licenses. Everything can be done from your dedicated Vembu portal account, and this Vembu portal is automatically linked with your BDR server, so the licensing updates will be automatically done from the Vembu portal to the BDR server. So to take a close look at how the VMware backup and replication works with Vembu BDR, so as you can see on the Vembu BDR server console itself, you can add a vCenter credentials of VMware, and once it is added, the VMBackup will be a proxy or the integration service. It will communicate to the VMware's data store, and it will read the information about the VMs. It will encrypt, compress. Only the encrypted compressed information will be sent to the Vembu BDR backup server, and again on the Vembu BDR server, the data will be processed, deduped, and stored in the storage repository with Vembu Hive file system. So speaking the highlights about the Hyper-V backup, it's supported with Vembu VMBackup. It supports Microsoft Windows 2008 R2, 2012 and 2012 R2, and backup of multiple VMs in a single backup job, or an option to create multiple backup jobs with a group of VMs can be done with Vembu VMBackup. We have developed our own CBD, Vembu's own CBD drivers for Hyper-V for high performance of incremental backups. And the hot backup ensures zero VM downtime, and the VSS aware technology is there for the application consistency. And it supports supports Hyper-V cluster shared volumes. So when we speak about the deployment methods, the very simple deployment method is Vembu BDR backup server itself will have the option to configure backups, manage backups, perform restores, replications. Everything can be done from one single centralized console. We call it as Vembu BDR standalone protector console. And when we want to back up a Hyper-V or VMware, you can directly add the VMware Hyper-V credentials here on the backup server console itself and manage all your backups from there. So this is a very simple deployment. And the distributed deployment is, let's say if you are running multiple Hyper-V or the VMware environments and you don't want to manage everything from single console, you can also have the Vembu VMBackup proxy installed on the specific Hyper-V host servers or the VMware servers. So what happens is like you can just manage the specific Hyper-V or the VMware server, configure backup jobs from that specific VMBackup agent's web console, web interface. So for each environment you will be having a dedicated VMBackup web interface. So from there you can configure and manage backups. Alternatively, on the BDR server standalone console, together you can manage all the backed up virtual machines on the Hyper-V of the Hyper-V and VMware servers. You can even perform a disaster recovery, instant boot. Everything can be done from the Vembu BDR server console. So these are all the highlights about the Vembu BDR Suite version 3.5. Now what I'm gonna do is like I can directly go and show you how the Vembu BDR Suite version 3.5 web console looks like, how we can configure backup, and what all the recovery options available when it comes to a VMware Hyper-V backup. So this is the single standalone protector console of Vembu BDR Suite version 3.5. When you see, you have an option to configure backup, replication, perform recovery. Everything can be done from one single centralized console. Let's say if I want to backup VMware, just navigate to backup, click on VMware vSphere. So it will go and navigate you to the console where you can configure backup jobs. So all you need to do is like just click on add VMware vSphere server, and here you will have an option to add the VMware ESXi server or the vCenter credentials here. So you need to provide the host name or the IP address and the user access credentials, and once it is added, it will automatically list on the configure VMware backup page. So I've already added one from my test bed. So if I want to back up the virtual machines from the ESXi server, all I need to do is like just simply click on this backup now. So now what happens is like this VMBackup proxy or the integration service communicates with that ESXi server, reads the information of the virtual machines, and it will go ahead and pop up all the virtual machines running inside the ESXi server. So I just go ahead and pick what all the VMs I want to back it up, and then just click on next. So this is where we can ensure the RPO of this backup job, how frequently you want to run the backup. As I said during the presentation, you do have an option to configure the backups every 15 minutes, where you can achieve an RPO of less than 15 minutes by having such scheduling options. So this is where you ensure how frequently you want to run the backup, and once when you configure the scheduling, just click on next. Here you're going to configure the retention, which means like how many restore points you would like to have for this backup job. And the most important part is, like as said during the presentation, these backups are application aware. That means it not only backs up the virtual machine, it also ensures that you do have an option to ensure the applications residing inside the virtual machines are backed up intact using this application aware option. So if I enable this option, I'm not only backing up the virtual machine, also backing up this application. So using this one single backup job, I can do a machine level recovery or a granular application level recovery, even a file folder recovery by using this amazing feature. So, and also as you know, the applications like Exchange produce huge sized logs. So you do have an option to truncate the transactional logs after the successful backup from the software itself. So you can configure the application aware options here. Once when you configure the retention, just review whatever the configurations you have made for the backup job. Just add a backup schedule name, and you can just click on run the backup. You can immediately start running the backup to your VDR server. So this is a very simple wizard. By running it, where you can configure start running the backup for VMware and Hyper-V. So when it comes to Hyper-V, every option stays same. The only thing is, instead of adding an ESXi or the vCenter, you will be adding the Hyper-V host server credentials, and the rest of the options stays same. And when it comes to recovery options, so there are several recovery options available. As we said, you can achieve an RTO of less than 15 minutes with a VDR. So if you want to recover, just click on restore. It will just show you what are all the important recovery options available here. The instant VM recovery is nothing but when you initiate the recovery option, the backed up image or the backed up virtual machine will be spinned up a virtual machine on the backup server's hypervisor. So you can simply go ahead and assign an IP address to the newly created VM and continue using this newly created VM and continue using the critical applications setting inside the VM there, unless until you rebuild the actual VM on the source environment. And the live recovery to ESXi servers helps you to rebuild the virtual machines on the source ESXi server from where the virtual machine has been backed up. So you can directly restore the backed up VM to the ESXi server. It will put a flat VMDK file over there, and you can start. You can just rebuild the VM just by creating a VM by the restored flat VMDK file over there. And instant file level recovery is, let's say you just need few files and folders from the backed up image. You don't want a complete recovery of the complete mission. You can initiate a file level recovery. So what happens is, like when you initiate this recovery, the backed up virtual machine will be attached just like a physical drive to the backup server's disk management. So just like browsing a local drive, you can go ahead and browse to the files and folders of the backed up image on the big backup server. You can copy down what all the files and folders you need from the backed up virtual machine on the physical image. And the disk level recovery is if you want to restore when you want to restore specific partitions of the backed up image, you can use this disk level recovery. And the download option is when you want to perform a P2V or V2P or V2V migration. If you want a file of a specific file format like VHD, VMDK, VHD, XFlat, VMDK, and raw image file format, you can just use this legacy method. It will download the backed up virtual machine on the specified file format, and depending upon the environment, you can choose a file format and start performing the P2V, V2P or V2V migration instantly with Vembu VDR. So these are all the recovery options available. So by this I cover all the important features available with Vembu DR Suite version 3.5. This product has an trial period of 30 days. So it is an amazing product, and it's very simple and straightforward. You will feel more comfortable when you directly get your hands onto the product. So what I recommend is directly give it a try, and we are happy to help you out when you start the evaluation. Again, this session is recorded. If anyone of you need a recorded copy of this session, feel free to drop an email to vembu-sales@vembu.com, or you can also contact our support desk at vembu-support@vembu.com. Once again, thank you all for joining this session. Have a wonderful day.